Welcome back. The objective of this video is to go through an exam type question you dealing with annual worth as well as capital recovery. Okay, so here are the information that will be given in the exam. We know the investment costs $300. We also know the salvage value after 6 years is $100. We know this project costs $50 to run per year. And also we know the revenue in the first year to be $80, and every year from that point on it increased by $20. So our goal is to work out what is the annual worth as well as what is the capital recovery. But before we can do any of these things, we need to correctly draw our cash flow diagram. So here I have shown how the cash flow diagram will look like. Okay, so I'll just quickly explain what each of these cash flow means. Okay, so firstly, we know at year 0 there must be a minus 300 because that's the initial investment cost. We know that it costs $50 to run per year. That's where the minus 50 comes from in each of the period comes from. We know that in the first year it generates a revenue of $80, and every year it increased by 20. That's where we get our 80 in the first year, 100 in the second, 120 in the third, and so forth. And finally, the last thing that we have been told is at the end of the 6th year, we have a salvage value of 100. So that means in our 6th year, we can sell our project for $100. Okay, so this is how you will set out all the necessary information in order to calculate our annual worth and capital recovery. In addition, the last thing we need is to be told that our MAR is 5%. Okay, so the first thing I'm actually going to go through is what is the capital recovery. That essentially going to help us convert our initial investment and our salvage value into an annuity. So capital recovery is just the initial investment as an annuity plus the salvage value as an annuity. Okay, so we know we just need to go to our interest rate table, look at the column that go find annuity given present value 5% and 6 years. We find that factor to be 0.1970, and that's what we're going to use to convert our initial investment cost into an annuity. Then the next thing we got to look at is converting our salvage value into also another annuity. We find the factor for find a given future value 5% for 6 years to be 0.1470, and the next thing we do is add the two together, and we find the capital recovery to be minus 44.4. Okay, so there's only one more thing we need to do before we can calculate the annual worth. Okay, now the next thing we need to do is convert the arithmetic series into an annuity. Okay, so we know that there is a arithmetic series by the consistent increase by $20 starting from year 2. And we know that in our interest rate table, there is a column that converts an annuity, that converts an arithmetic series into an annuity. So we know our interest rate is 5%, we know our period is 6 years, and we know our increment amount to be $20. So all we have to do is look at the column that goes find annuity given arithmetic series 5% and 6 years, and we find that factor to be 2.3579. We know our increment to be 20, so we know the arithmetic series as a annuity from year 1 to 6 to be $47.58. Okay, so now we have the capital recovery, that's the initial investment, and the salvage value as an annuity. We have converted the arithmetic series, that's the additional revenue generated each year, as an annuity. We also know that there's always a constant $80 annuity, and we also know there's a $50 running cost per year. That's also already an annuity. So now we have converted each of the cash flows into an annuity over 6 years. And the last thing we need to do is just simply add them all up, and we will be able to get the annual worth. So the minus 44.4, that's the capital recovery, plus the 47.158, that is the annuity amount of the arithmetic series, plus the 80, that was already given in the question, minus the $50 running cost per year, that's also given in the question. We add all of them up, we get the annual worth to be 32.5758. This is greater than 0, so we will accept the project. Okay, so this is how we work out the annual worth of a project. All we need to do is convert everything into an annuity and simply add up the annual amount. Okay, thank you.